Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 4.
Moorhead police confirmed to Valley News Live that a body possibly belonging to a missing man was found today. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley joins us live with the latest. Bailey?
Yeah, Callie, as you can see, it's a very active scene here at the 2900 block of 17th Street South. This is where police say they found the body of who is believed to be 28-year-old Marwan Assad. As most of us know, Mr. Assad has been missing since his family and friends last heard from him on November 12th. Now, police say at this time the circumstances of Mr. Assad's death is unknown, but they did tell me earlier today that Mr. Assad did not have any known mental health concerns or issues, and several family and friends tell me that Mr. Assad has a two-month-old child, and he would never do anything to himself to leave that child here in this world alone. Now, Moorhead police tell me that Mr. Assad's body is now being sent for a formal identification at a medical examiner's office as well as an autopsy. We'll continue to keep you updated here on the scene. For now, reporting live in Moorhead, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks so much, Bailey, for that live report. And here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. A fast-moving winter storm is set to bring icy conditions to the valley this evening. We'll check in with our chief meteorologist, Hutch Johnson, in just a moment, and he'll let you know what you can expect this evening on your evening commute. A Minnesota University campus is still shut down as a man is considered armed and dangerous remains at large. The Minnesota Department of Public Safety says a dangerous suspect is still on the loose near St. John's University. Officers pulled the man over for a suspected DWI. He then punched the officer and sped off. It followed in a chase down I-94 before the man left his vehicle and took off. As of this afternoon, the man remains at large. And Minnesota reported a record high coronavirus deaths today. The State Department of Health says 72 people died of COVID-19 yesterday. That tops the previous day's record of 67 deaths. You can find a more detailed breakdown of the numbers scrolling on your screen right now. You can also find them online or on our VNL News app. And Fargo police are reminding residents to be vigilant amid high numbers of theft. There were 52 reports of thefts from vehicles this month compared to 30 at this time in 2019. Police say to lock your vehicles and make sure valuables are stored out of sight. That wraps up today's Top 4 at 4. Now let's get a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch, it looks like a colorful radar over there.
Colorful radar, and the scene up north is turning white along and north of Highway 2. You're looking at Dunseith along 281 there. The ground covered with snow and the roads are taking on a little bit of that white stuff as well. Heading into the evening commute, Bottineau also seeing white roads developing there along Highway 14 and Rugby. Same thing, Highway 2 is starting to see it. It's all moving off to the east now. We have a winter weather advisory along Highway 200 and Highway 2 in points north for this evening. That's where we have the wintry mix. I want to point out the colors in blue that you see on the colorful radar. That's snowfall. There's a transition where we have a mix, maybe some sleet along the Highway 200 corridor, a chance of icy roads. And then down to the south, we have rain, but temperatures close enough to freezing where some roads could be slippery this evening. So the rain showers are now in Jamestown and moving into Devil's Lake here within the next 20 minutes. We should see flakes flying there. Here's a look at the movement. 40 miles per hour to the east. I'll time this out for you as we expect in the 5 o'clock hour. Basically in Nelson County, southward through Barnes County, we'll be seeing the rain, sleet, and snow band moving eastward. It arrives in the Red River Valley for Grand Forks and for Fargo Moorhead as we approach the 6 to 6:30 time frame, Callie. Just in time or just after the evening commute, which is good. We can get to where we're going because after that, things deteriorate a little bit with road conditions. On into Minnesota later tonight. This won't last too long. I don't expect much more than about an inch of snow in any location up north, but it will be slippery. I'll have hour-by-hour details here in just a few more moments.
All right. Thanks so much, Hutch. And Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was joined by healthcare executives for a press conference today. The governor and the executives urged Minnesotans to take pandemic precautions seriously. Minnesota's hospitals are overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients. This comes after the governor announced a 4-week dial back that goes into effect tomorrow. The order restricts in-person dining, organized sports, gyms, and private parties. And Minnesota Area Public Schools says there will be no school for pre-K through 8th grade students this Friday and on Monday, November 23rd. This closure will allow staff to prepare for distance learning, which begins on November 30th. And Fargo Cass Public Health is holding a walk-in flu shot clinic tomorrow. This will go from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. Appointments are not required, but residents are asked to complete registrations ahead of time. Flu shots will be available for anyone age 6 months and older. The high-dose vaccine is available for residents age 65 and older. Full details can be found on our VNL News app. And some exciting news for country music fans. The Country Music Festival We Fest will be back next summer. It's set to take place in its usual spot, the Stowe Pass Ranch in Detroit Lakes, from August 5th to the 7th. You can find lineup announcements and more information about the festival at the end of the month on our website, or their website rather, wefest.com. And an elderly man is badly injured after his pickup was sideswiped by a semi in the Northern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the victim pulled out in front of a semi onto Highway 15 near Mackville yesterday afternoon. Troopers say the semi driver tried to swerve to avoid hitting the pickup, but ended up sideswiping it. The semi left the road, hit a power pole, and knocked down electrical wires. But neither the driver nor 8-year-old passenger were hurt. 72-year-old Jack Woolham of Mackville is being treated in Grand Forks for severe injuries. And the number of people filing for unemployment increased last week. First-time jobless claims totaled at 742,000 for the week, according to the Labor Department. That's about 30,000 more filings than economists expected. Continuing claims dropped by nearly 430,000, making a pandemic-era low at 6.37 million. This ended a month-long trend of jobless claims decreasing. And the coronavirus pandemic means Groundhog Day won't be the same for the Pennsylvania town made famous for the holiday. He'll predict the coming of spring 2021 without the usual crowds who gather at Gobbler's Knob. City officials say Phil and his inner circle will deliver the prediction virtually. If you're wondering how you can spread some holiday cheer, we'd like to remind you of our virtual food drive. We're teaming up with the Great Plains Food Bank, and we'd really like for you to get involved. To find out more on how you can help local families in need, download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and click to donate. And President Trump is still contesting the presidential election results. We'll have the latest on the transition process next on Valley News Live at 4.
We had a mild start to the day with temperatures in the 20s and 30s. We had some showers make their way through as well, but we got big time problems heading into the evening. Some slippery and slidey road conditions into your Thursday night. Our Bauer details are next.